Hi, this is Eddy Smith speaking. You may know me as Elvis, or the writer, producer, editor, director of Elzo Films. Elzo Films, the name comes from my initials, ELS, with O for organisation on the end. I'm speaking to you now over a three-dimensional television system. It's very, very low-tech as opposed to the high-tech holographic system. In fact, it's so low-tech that you can't patent it, you can't do anything with it, because anybody can copy it quite easily. So I'm giving it to my friends on the web if they wish to try and experiment with it. It is quite simple. I thought of the idea in '93 when the BBC ran the Doctor Who series using a 3D technique, and using my technique in conjunction with theirs even improves the three-dimensional effect, and you still get a three-dimensional effect if there is no movement, which you don't with the BBC system. I've used it on and off for the last 15 years, and I don't advise that you continuously use it because you may harm your eyesight, but it's done me no harm. I've used them for as long as to watch a movie and things like that. And there's a strange thing occurred. After using them occasionally for a while, my eyes actually adapted to seeing television in 3D without the glasses. I'd be interested in your views on that sort of thing. But I hope you will experiment with it, because I think you'll be amazed actually when you first see it. It takes a little while for your eyes to settle down to the glasses. They're very, very simple to make. In order to get the effect, you first need to find out which is your dominant eye. That can simply be done by putting your finger up to your nose, focusing on a distant object, and closing one eye and then the other eye. If the picture moves, you close the dominant eye. If the picture stays still, you close the non-dominant eye. You don't need to worry about this, but it does determine which way round, which eye you have the dark glass over and which eye you have the clear glass over. In order to make these glasses, you need a pair of sunglasses and a pair of ordinary cheap reading glasses, you know, the 150, 200 that you can pick up anywhere for a few pounds. If you're lucky enough to be able to get two identical size lenses for both the sunglasses and the reading glasses, you can pop one out and pop the other in, and then you can swap them over if you need to. The effect is caused by two things. One thing is that the dark lens delays the time that the picture you're seeing by microseconds to that eye, and the reading glass lens distorts the picture very, very slightly, puts it slightly out of focus. It's no good using reading glasses that you use yourself, because that's going to focus the eye normally, and you need to slightly defocus one eye. If you've got perfect eyesight, all you need is one dark lens and one reading glass lens. You can change the effect by changing the distance that you are away from the screen. Back in '93, I did a similar thing to this, and I'm going to put that on first, demonstrating the sort of effect that you get. You'll notice I've got my Elvis hairstyle on then. I gave up Elvis in 1999. And that's about it. And then after that, I'm going to run the BBC Doctor Who film, which was quite interesting to watch anyway, because it had all the Doctors in from the original series, except for William Hartnell, who was dead, but you still see him in it on a TV screen. But it is quite amusing, and these glasses, if you're interested in racing, you know, steeplechase. I've watched the Grand National in it on a giant screen TV, and it's fantastic, unbelievable. So that's it, and I'm now going to run the tape onto the track, and you'll need to make the glasses obviously before you watch it. If you watch it on the net with the small sort of 6-inch screen, the effect is going to be minimal. You'll still see the effect, but it won't be terrific. You really need to download it onto a DVD and play it on something like a 26-inch TV. It will work on smaller TVs, but the bigger the TV, the greater the depth and the greater distance things appear to come out of the screen at you. This system is revolutionary because it can work on anything. You can even look at a picture of yourself on the wall and see yourself in 3D. It tricks the brain into thinking it's seeing two different pictures, and the brain puts the two together and uses its reasoning to, well, that must be three-dimensional, it can't be flat. And that's the reason it works. Sounds all very scientific, it is very simple, very low tech. That's all. I hope you've been enjoying my films. You probably realise I fancy myself as a bit of a Steven Spielberg, but seeing I'm considerably older, and actually it was more likely to be Alfred Hitchcock. Thank you, that's all. I wish you well. Have a Merry Christmas from Eddie at Elso's Films.